Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is .hack. We are starting the final part 4, Quarantine of the original series. First things first, I have to convert the save data from the last game. I'm curious whether it's going to go into 100 hours or not, because this is definitely going to take me more than 10 hours to do, but I'm always curious about that if games go into 100-hour marks. Anyway, let's see the opening cutscene as we start the final part.
The day that he first played the world. His friend Orca fell into a deep coma as a result of Skate's data drain.
It's been a long journey. I'm so eager to wrap this up. Not because I want to move on, just I'm eager for the payoff to the story.
The world isn't just an online game. Something with another purpose is lurking within it.
The Book of Twilight, handed to him by the girl Aura, transformed into a bracelet, giving him 2 extraordinary powers. Data drain, the power to alter monster data. And gate hacking, which allows him to gain entrance into protected areas.
I've really got an appreciation for the music, especially in the games.
These very same powers that put Orca into a coma.
It's been very dreamlike. The game and the anime are both very dreamlike.
The situation continues to worsen. Casualties are no longer contained in the game, and the damages extend to the real world. What is the intention of the game designer, Harold? What is the epitaph of Twilight that supposedly is the key to this mystery? Nonetheless, they have finally found a clue to counterattack.
This marks the beginning of the counterattack.
Counterattack? No. We have just realized the true rule of the game that Harold created.
It was from the ending of the final boss, and our protag never fully explained it. But here we are. There is the image of the 9 main characters from the anime. I've watched more episodes of that since you last saw me. I think I'm up to episode 17 at this point out of 29, 26. So I'm getting through it. And that anime is very, very different from many of the animes I've seen. It's like I just said, it's very dreamlike. There's always music happening. It's piano-y and otherworldly and a little away from what you normally think of, especially in a fantasy setting. It's very interesting. I highly encourage anyone to go check out that series. But our first thing we're going to do here, as we begin a new game, actually the first... Okay, I was going to change the background, but let's get our updates first. Okay, we'll do the email first. Good God. Hi, Leos. The huge data file believed to be the cursed wave is still on the move. Our previous methods will probably be ineffective. Come to Omega Town for a meeting. I have confirmed your registration for Omega server. Selected at the Chaos Gate. Great. Next, from Aura, just a little more. Pyro, thank you. I might have you to do... I may have you to do something very horrible. I may ask you, I don't know. But please, lend me your help. Lend me your help for a little more? Lend me your help a little more, I guess. And now CC Corp. The world has been updated to version 3.65. With this update, the following features have been added. Compatibility with Neuro Gloves. The game is now compatible with the new Neuro Gloves controller. We know how well the Power Glove worked out on the NES, so this is probably just as good. Item completion. The item completion event, where players collect over 600 types of items, has begun. For more details, check the board. Next, let's check our news updates. That's probably not good. I probably shouldn't have clicked into it, now I have a virus. Apology. We apologize for the server trouble and for users receiving illegible news articles. We are currently investigating the cause of what happened to those articles, and we promise to try our best to avoid having the same problem in the future. From Web News Distributor. Oh good, I love the future where there's only one news distributor. That's going to be nice. Second network crisis? Many areas throughout the world have been affected by the recent telecommunication problems. Due to telephone systems in many countries becoming unstable, medical institutions, financial institutions, and traffic have all been severely disrupted. State officials believe there's a possibility of a worldwide panic. Alex Coleman, President of the United States and Chairman of the World Network Council, declared a second network crisis and urged countries to halt online transactions of all non-critical functions. Some have theorized a malfunction at a military base might be the cause and suggest finding a solution to this problem should be the highest priority. Ultimate was generally believed to be the most secure OS, as it was the only OS that survived the Pluto's Kiss incident 5 years ago. This is the first major network incident since Ultimate was designated the standard OS, and the members of the WMC have expressed shock and disbelief at this failure. The WNC plans to conduct an emergency meeting, and countermeasures are being prepared. Some are calling this crisis Pluto again. Now I think I can change my background image. Twilight Guardian? Ah, hi Sukasa. I know your name now. Well, I still don't know exactly where he fits into the situation with Ara and Harold, but it doesn't really matter for the game as much. They are connected, but for Kite, our pro tag, we're going to have a little bit more focus in a minute. So the next thing we'll do before entering the world is check out the new board messages, and Nisi will leave my lap because she does not want me talking. She would prefer me to sit in silent and pet her, but that's okay. Virus? Something I heard. My friend told me that the graphics looked like a virus. I guess I'll just wait until it's resolved. TV only said the same thing as CC, but on the net it blames the game for the comatose people. I wonder which is true. I think I'll wait a bit as well. Yeah, the press that always bashes the subculture is strangely quiet. It's really freaky. Only writing here as well, smiley face. The general player base is very worried. They don't want any sort of they don't want to risk being in comas. Can't say I blame them. Ultimate 2011. They just unveiled Ultimate 2011. It's such a unique name. Not. How 90s. But I guess it's perfect for hegemonistic Ultimate. The name even smells like it's from some branch of the government, like the WNC. So is everyone going to update or what? Ultimate 2011, I'm going to watch for a bit. I'm interested in that new OS that's not Ultimate, that someone on this board was talking about too. Anti-Ultimate unveiled. They finally announced it, Anti-Ultimate Type OS. You can so tell it's from Orange Computer. The legendary counterfaction movement is still alive. I like the codename Starchild as well. It reminds me of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm getting tired of Ultimate, so maybe it's time for me to jump on the wagon. Wouldn't you be jumping off the wagon from Ultimate? Smoking regulation law. I'm all for the smoking regulation law. What are you talking about separating areas? There's no sense if you have smokers around a non-smoking section. I mean, what's so great about smoking? You don't get any kind of benefits. I don't even really know why they sell it. Sure, I'll read that one. New generation cell phones. It's a buy. The new generation cell phones are coming out. It's fully supported by Ultimate and has voice commands as well. And the peripherals are great too. I definitely think this is a buy. Even if the specs looks good, it's about the price. If the minutes are constant and the phone itself is 40,000 yen, I think it's a buy. Man, I wish cell phones were only $400. That'd be great. I need a new cell phone upgrade. I've got an old Samsung Note 7 as I record this. Some of you who know your phones are going to be scoffing, and that's okay. It's all I've needed, but I need an upgrade now because it doesn't go above Android 8.0, and the only phones I'm seeing are like $1,000 now. Online sex shop caught. Please don't ban me, YouTube. I'm just playing the game. My friend, author White-Eye Pike. You know how they busted that online prostitution, right? My friend was using it and he got caught by the cops. Stupid mate. It's called the... It's called Come Whenever, right? The names of those things are really corny. You know that there's some shop in Ikebukuro called Thou World? Hey, I want to go to Thou World. Where is the exact location? North? Look for yourself. You should look for those things yourself. I pray for ye success. Gee, thanks. Equation for the future. Have you heard? The theory published by some professor from some college. You can regulate the range of a phenomenon in the future. Maybe it was a rumor on the net. I think I saw it somewhere. There were some equations as well. I bet it's a hoax. Yeah, isn't it kind of famous among certain people? I don't know much about it, but it's like all future incidents are decided upon how strong that individual's power of imagination is. Really? Then if I pray really hard that I want to be rich, that I'll get rich? That's good. I think it's what's called the infinite diversity theory that's been the rumor for the past 2 or 3 years. I've heard about the equation that can regulate the range of action of future incidents. Want more info? The equation of the infinite diversity theory is V equals L times I minus F. L, light, is the light within humans, pure compensation, and it's a constant. If you take environment of the individual phenomenon from imagination of the individual and multiply it by L, you can calculate the number of incidents or range of possibility in the future. Wonder who started something this fake. It sounds like that ridiculous document that was leaked from PepsiCo about when they transitioned to their new logo. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you really should check out, you know what? Even though I haven't watched him for a while, I'm going to link a Hugbees video right here because he talks about how freaking ridiculous this document was about how the Pepsi logo was the sun and Diet Pepsi was the moon or some really out there nonsense, and that the document actually went around PepsiCo as a serious piece of literature. It's a hell of a story, and it's real. Well, the story's real, not the Pepsi being the sun. I'm drinking a cream soda right now. My life does not revolve around Pepsi. It sounds so fake. Infinite diversity theory? What you hope will be... Whoa, what you hope for will be attained? That's just some self-help seminar that was a fad in the 20th century. Real life ain't that easy. Fucking A. I mean, you still have to try hard, you have to work hard toward your goal, but just because you work hard does not mean that you'll necessarily see ultimate success. Look at me, I've been busting my ass on the channel for 13 years and still haven't hit that hump that lets me sustain myself with the channel. It's okay, I'm not going anywhere, but hard work is not the singular component to success. It sounds so fake. It's not the same as self-help seminars. The infinite diversity theory is different from those superficial positive thinking crap, cults, and pseudoscience. F, reality, is in the equation. By putting it in numerical value for reality and placing it in a strict calculation, this theory was accepted as a scientific theory. You can't quantify literally everything. Okay, man. Boy, the internet. This is why I don't visit message boards. Me and her tickets. I try to reserve tickets for me and her on the net, but it won't go through. Both the phone and net are down. What is up with that? I wonder if anyone got tickets. If you have an extra, please sell it to me. Thank you. I couldn't get any either. I heard the network went down, but they said that Ultimate was flawless. It's just so damn useless. My line wouldn't connect either. I wasn't trying to get me and her tickets, though. There was some noise on the net phones as well. Hey, Ultimate! There's something wrong! I want WNC's opinion. I've got an extra ticket, you want it? Really? Oh my god, how much do you want for it? I can give it to you for free, but instead, let's have tea after the concert. Oh, don't worry, I'm not some weirdo. There's nothing to worry about. I'll pass. Future Bay. I experienced it. The catastrophe at Future Bay. I was there. I went to see a movie with my friend and the alarms went off, and the smoke came up. I really thought I was going to die. We were right by the exit, so we were alright, but I don't want to be near people for a while. My condolences. Thank God you're safe. My friend was in the area too. He was in the basement mall half an hour before it happened. I don't even want to think about what would have happened if he stayed any longer. They still don't know what caused it, right? What the hell is the government doing? And if you don't remember that, just to put it into context, because I don't think we touched on it. Oh my God, half the episode's already over. Let me see if I can find it here. Here it is. It was Disaster of Future Bay 21. Yesterday, a raging fire swept through Future Bay 21, the business complex located in Yokohama City, Kanagawa Prefecture, injuring several people. It started in an area that included a movie theater and shopping area. Audiences in the movie theater were engulfed in flames after fire alarms failed to warn people of the imminent danger. The cause of the fire and the reason for the alarm malfunction are still under investigation by the Kanagawa Police and Fire Department. I believe that was our first news story when the virus started getting out into the world, and now it's causing even more havoc. Hopefully we can get this under control, especially for Protag, since he seems to have the secret way of getting through it. Garbled news. Today's web news. Did you read today's web news? It was completely garbled and you can't read it at all. They soon sent out apologies, but is it a defect in Ultimate? I got it too. I wonder what happened. There's something going on in the networks. I'm not the only, right? Let's calm down, people. Garbled messages are pretty common. Why do you guys always insist on thinking negative? There are really bad rumors about the net and the world, but I think most of it has no basis. Everyone's all hyped up about it, and so the media is on the bandwagon as well. It's a never-ending cycle. We should have more faith in Ultimate, CC Corp, and the WNC. Corporations are not possibly evil. They only have our best interests in mind. People who are optimistic like you is the reason why Ultimate, CC Corp, and the WNC treat us like crap. I'm sure everyone was like that until Pluto's kiss happened. They have no sense of danger to the point of sheer stupidity. Oh, and I'm not going to debate about it, so don't bother to respond. Okay, baking powder, chill out now. Abnormal state, what's going on? Calls aren't getting through, the stock market isn't functioning, and even the trains are late. What the hell is going on? It's all screwed up where I am, and the news won't tell me anything. Is something like Pluto's kiss happening again? According to some sources, there will be an official announcement from the WNC. Maybe it's the second net crisis. Hope not. Serious? This isn't funny. See the WNC announcement? Second network crisis, Pluto again. I don't care what they call it. Wish they'll just do something about it. My friend is hospitalized in that coma thing. I'm so worried. Didn't they move everything to Ultimate to stop something like this from happening? It's WNC's fault. I fear, because it's going to have to happen. That's just the law of humanity and nature. I fear when that will happen. I mean, the internet has weathered some storms. We had a massive data breach. Let's see, by the time we're watching this, it's been a couple weeks of a lot of private information from a lot of different websites getting out. Although that made headlines, it didn't seem to upset the general public as much as it probably should have. There's going to be a day when something is going to fail on the internet, and those of us who were around before it will probably be kind of okay, but for the people who have never had even a day of their lives spent outside of the internet's influence, it's going to be weird. It's going to be dangerous, and it's going to feel like the entire world is coming down. Let's see what the new versions of the game are. 2 new features have been added to the upgrade to version 3.65. We will explain them in detail. Please read the posts below. The game is now compatible with the Nero Gloves controller that is worn on the player's hands. There are 15 analog sensors within the controller, and the movements of the player's hands are input directly into the game. Experience for yourself the realism now possible with the addition of this capability. The item completion event that was popular during the initial version of the world will now be held. Collect various items that are hidden in the world and register them on a list. Rare items and books are not included. To enter, talk to the NPCs located in each of the server's root towns. Select Register Items from the talk menu, and the items that are in your possession will automatically be registered. Once the item is registered, even if you sell or trade that item, the registered data will remain intact. Once a list is filled, the event is over. All NPCs of the towns are common, so it does not matter which town you register in. You will receive a special item when you complete the list. There is no time limit to this event. The item list is very long, so please take your time in this challenge. I don't think I'm going to be chasing that one. Once we hit post-game, I'm still planning on attempting the 99-floor dungeon, probably on a stream, maybe after tax season, so I actually have time to do it. Beyond that, I'm not sure what we're going to do for the end game. Hello, Elk.
Do you know where Mia is? She was right there.
Ah, that reminds me. After the last episode, I did do a lot of grinding to finish up the books of Ryu, as I mentioned. I stumbled upon a dungeon where Elk was, and I got through the dungeon, and I met Bear. He's one of the characters from the original series. I don't know why that wasn't in the FAQ I read, or maybe it was and I just skipped over that section. It was definitely an optional area. So I've got Bear's sword now. It's sitting in my bank. I can't bear to sell it. No pun intended.
Hey, you know where she is, right? Tell me where she is.
I have no idea where Mia is, Elk.
I don't know. I just got here.
Okay. If you see her, tell me. You have to tell me.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, bye. Poor Elk. Alright, well, before we do anything else, let's head to Omega Town. The Relic City Leah Fail. Been a long time since I've seen this. This one is not in my memory as much, but I'm sure it's all glitchy as hell, just like all the other towns are. We really need to try to figure out how to fix it. Hi, Black Rose Belmong.
It's too dangerous here. We're warping.
Helba? Warp?
Well, we're still here for the moment? We're in Leah Fail. Ah, no we are not. We are in the Net Slum. There's a Grunty Ranch. Daddy, I'm hungry. Oh, it's the whole crew.
Welcome to paradise.
Net Slum?
It's a mirror of Omega server, which is mine.
When did you? I can't let my guard down for even a minute.
Yeah, you suck, Leos.
But we're safe because of this mirror server.
Your cybersecurity is awful.
Yeah. What do you expect us to do in a place that unstable?
I'm sorry.
Is that how you apologize to someone?
Yeah, he literally said he was sorry.
I am telling you, I am sorry.
Well, there's no point in arguing about something that's already happened.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
What? Why are you all...
We're just being pragmatic, Black Rose. It's got nothing to do with the accusation. We just need to move on. We have too many bigger issues at stake here.
Let's begin our strategy meeting. The wave is still moving at this point. If it is difficult to determine the location, let's specify its movement. That is essentially the plan for this operation, right?
Yes. Orca told me about it before. Orcas, killer whales, create an enclosure when hunting prey to close any escape paths. But if there's no place for the prey to run, then they will disperse. So they create an escape route on purpose to lure the prey to where it is the most convenient.
Most convenient?
The surface. It's a dead end for the prey. So if our enemy is moving, I was thinking maybe we can apply it.
It is a good plan.
Protag's voice seems different. I mean, it still sounds like the same actor, but there's a little bit more depth or maturity to it. I'm curious if that was an intentional design, since Protag is getting a little bit smarter and sharper about all this. He's definitely coming into his own as the lead.
Using the analysis of the virus core provided by Leos, Helba is developing a vaccine program.
The vaccine won't be able to destroy the wave, but it may be able to corner it. Don't worry, leave it to me. But are we going to have enough people?
That's not a problem. We'll have my employees that I trust do it.
We'll get more pig heads.
Shut up!
Go kiss already.
What?
Excuse me. What do we need to do to prepare for the operation?
I would like to measure the data fluctuation. I would like for you to investigate Omega, Bigoted Snowflake's capsule, as soon as possible.
I think it's going to be fun just playing with the word combinations just to get some very strange phrases.
Yes, sir.
Meeting adjourned.
Well, don't call him Sir, Protag. That's a little too much respect for Leos, I think. But, yeah, okay, whatever. So I guess until the server is operational, Omega Town is this place. At least we have everything pretty conveniently located. All nice and centralized. Yeah, can I do the registering of the bits? Maybe I can't do it here. Healing Elixir, HP to the maximum. Artisan Soul, Emperor Soul, so we'll get these eventually. I believe right now I've got 99 of everything. Yeah. So we should be alright in the short term, and I have new mail. That's going to take me to the end of the episode, so let's log out and do that. I know we didn't get any gameplay dealt with here, but like I said, just like the anime series, the game sets the stage. It's very talky. There's a lot of deep lore, depending on how interested you are in it. Apology. With the upgraded version 3.65, we announced the start of the item completion event, but due to system problems, it's been postponed. Oh, that's why I couldn't register for it. We will let you know as soon as it resumes. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you. No problem, CC Corp. I'm sure you're honest and trustworthy and aren't going to cause me any problems whatsoever. Due to system problems, the item completion event has been canceled. We deeply apologize for any inconvenience that this has caused. I can't remember if that's a thing that does wind up happening or what. But anyway, the stage has been set. We're not quite at 30 minutes, but after the long last few episodes, we may as well stop for the day, give you a chance to digest all of the plot elements that have now been revealed. Starting in the next episode, we'll be fighting an Omega server. We'll be getting through a little bit more of the dungeons, solving more of the mystery, and trying to put a stop to this virus. I'm looking at myself on the camera. I took too much off my facial hair when I trimmed it. Anyway, that's fine. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.